So I just want to point out again how stupid Putin is and how stupid MAGA Trumputineers are for supporting him. Putin has paid and done all this stuff to engineer all these online supporters for Trump. I call them Trumputineers for this reason. You call them MAGA or Trumpers or whatever else you call them. But none of them have been able to stop, say, the advance on Moscow when uh, Prigozhin betrayed Trump and started advance on Moscow. None of those trolls were there to stop that advance on Moscow. And none of Putin's trolls could stop Ukraine drone bombing a third of Russia's nuclear capable airplanes. They destroyed 40 something airplanes, which is a third of the airplanes that Russia had to drop nuclear bombs. Destroy the other two-thirds as well while we're at it. But he had tires on those planes to protect them, and he's had trolls online. Trolls online can't do a dang thing. So I want to say that all these trolls online that have been spending all this time and effort supporting Trump and Putin, y'all are going to lose. And we should get you all on a list, revoke your citizenship from whatever country you belong to, deport you to Siberia or whatever Ukraine renames it, and give your houses to immigrants. That's how stupid you are. You can wise up and betray Trump and Putin and come back to America and keep your house and your citizenship. Or that's what you deserve for supporting this network of terrorism, genocide, and tyranny. And if Putin can't win this war, he can continue to terrorize, but he's losing because he's not smart, and his army isn't smart. And Ukraine is, of course, smart and getting smarter, forced to get smarter all the time with the less resources they have. So they've droned out a third of Putin's air force, or at least a third of his nuclear capable air force. Meanwhile, or in response, all Putin can do is drone attack Kiev, whatever you call it, drone attack Ukraine, the civilian areas, targeting civilians like his puppet Netanyahu's doing. That's all he can do. He's going to make himself look worse and worse, and hopefully we can protect the people that he's going to keep targeting. But he can't stop Ukraine. Ukraine can stop him. And this also proves the obsolescence of war. War is obsolete because a smaller and determined and less equipped force can always guerrilla destroy the evil tyrant. That's always going to be the case. We can keep proving that, or we can just give up on war and stop wasting all this money. Especially in today's digital world where sympathy will always be on the underdog, oppressed, attacked, targeted, invaded people. Even if they can't hardly get any information out there, it will eventually get out, and it will only make the aggressor look worse. The more Netanyahu or Putin does of evil, the worse they make themselves look in the long run, and it's kind of a trap. It should be a trap that we spring and don't allow them to leave, don't allow any continuation of what they're doing. But I just really want to point out how stupid Putin is for putting all those resources into trolls that couldn't protect his airplanes, and how stupid he is for when they hit military targets and degrade his military significantly, all he can do is terrorize and attack civilians in response. That's weak. That's pathetic. Putin should be removed. Again, I call this the pillow revolution because we can do it from bed just by spreading information on our phones. But we can overthrow Putin and Netanyahu and Trump. We can overthrow Trump right now. Just spread the information that since he called Biden a robot, he's unfit for office. And anybody who can't see that is also unfit for office. And just wipe that whole slate clean. Anyway, I don't know what y'all are going to do to get rid of Putin in Russia, but it might not be up to you. We are one good Ukrainian drone away from a post-Putin world. So let's get there. Slava Ukraine, glory to Ukraine, and to everybody fighting against Trump Putineers and MAGA, both online and in the real world. Online, we can call it the pillow revolution, do it from bed, and turn our attention to every tyrant in this world and overthrow all of them one by one. Let's start with Netanyahu, Trump, and Putin, though, because they've been doing the worst. And anybody who supported them, not only do you lose power over your country, you might lose the country. If Putin's done all this stuff because he resents the fact that USA beat USSR and broke up the USSR, kind of wish we hadn't done that, because then he wouldn't foisted Trump on us and put all this effort into destroying USA. And maybe the USA shouldn't survive this. Maybe we've shown we don't deserve to have a country anymore. We should politely ask Canada and Mexico to annex half of us and facilitate land back to indigenous peoples. Maybe we should have done that anyway. But maybe the same should happen to Russia. We didn't set enough of an example by splitting Germany into two and then letting them reunite. Maybe we should split Russia into three, let Ukraine, Turkey, and China run it. Or maybe if China's been too involved in this, because they apparently, as far as I can tell, China could have stopped Putin. If China's been too guilty for this too, maybe China needs to take a turn getting split up as a country as well. So keep in mind, and Israel might need to be split up as a country. Keep in mind when it's just split Israel between Gaza and West Bank. See how this works? You might forfeit your right to be a leader or a country if you go in with this clan of Trump-Putineers working for Putin and Trump. So let's shut it down. And again, glory to all the people who are doing it in the physical world, but also to us in the digital world. I also call it the Fairy Liberation Front because all of the digital world, art, music, nature, everything, all spirits are aligned against them. Church of Judas because we replaced the Christian church for its part in making all this happen, and replace it with the Church of Judas. So welcome to all those groups, and we'll see you soon. And let's stop Trump and Putin and all Trump-Putineers, Netanyahu and every last one of them, and make an example of them so that stuff never creeps up again. Thank you.